Hello all. So this is going to be a video series about abdomen. So the first topic today we are going to see about is anterior abdominal wall. So in this video we'll be talking about all the surface landmarks. So these landmarks you must be aware of them before moving on into the core of the subject, because this gives you an overview and it acts as an add-on to your knowledge which you already have. Okay, let's move on. So first, in this video we'll be talking about bony landmarks. So these are important because these landmarks, they guide the clinician to orient the location of viscera in the abdominal cavity. So first we'll be talking about the costal margin, which you can see here. This is the costal margin which forms the upper border of the abdomen. So here you can see in this image 7th, 8th and 9th ribs and 10th rib. 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 4 ribs form the upper border of the abdomen, forming the costal margin. And then you can also see xiphoid process here. So this is xiphoid process. Xiphoid process is a part of sternum. So sternum has 3 parts: manubrium, body and xiphoid process. So this xiphoid process along with the costal margin forms the upper border of the abdomen. And then moving on, coming to the lower border of the abdomen, it is formed by iliac crest, which you can see. So what you are seeing here is the hip bone along with sacrum. So in the hip bone is actually a fusion of 3 bones, which is ilium, ischium and pubis. So the crest which is present in the ilium is called as iliac crest. So iliac crest, it forms the lower limit of the anterior abdominal wall. And also anteriorly it can be traced to form a prominent tubercle which is called as anterior superior iliac spine, which you can see here. So these can be felt superficially. And then moving on, we also have pubic symphysis anteriorly. This is pubic symphysis with this joint between 2 pubis. So pubic symphysis, iliac crest forms the lower border of the anterior abdominal wall. Now we'll be talking about the soft tissue landmarks. So soft tissue landmarks, first one is the umbilicus, which you can and then we also have 2 lines, which is linea semilunaris and the linea transversalis, linea alba. So the medial, what you can see here is the muscle, rectus abdominis muscle, which you can see here, which is also which is actually the muscle which gives you 6 packs. So this muscle, the lateral margin is called as linea semilunaris. This is an imaginary line. The lateral margin formed by the rectus abdominis muscle is called as linea semilunaris, and the medial border in which 2 muscles meet is called as linea alba. And then we also have specific points which have clinical importance. These are McBurney's point and Murphy's point. So McBurney's point is actually clinically significant because this is the point under which the base of appendix lies here, deep to this point. So to trace this point, we have to draw a line connecting the umbilicus and the anterior superior iliac spine. So the point at the junction between medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 is called as McBurney's point, and the base of appendix lies deep to this point. During the appendectomy process, this incision will be made here. Also we have second point, which is called as Murphy's point. So Murphy's point is a point at which linea semilunaris meets the costal margin. So the clinical importance of this point is the fundus of gallbladder lies deep to this point. Moving on to abdominal planes. So these planes help us to divide the abdomen into 9 quadrants, which you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So each quadrant have their own clinical significance. So the location of organs, abdominal viscera can be identified, and any pain or any disturbance which you can lineate to any particular area gives us a clue to identify the viscera which is being affected. 3 planes which are used to divide the quadrant abdomen into 9 quadrants. So first one is transpyloric plane. So this plane is at the level of L1, lower border of L1 vertebrae, which you can see here in this picture. And we also have transtubercular plane. So this plane is present at the upper border of L5. This is a line between the 2 tubercles present in the iliac crest. So 2 horizontal planes, and 1 vertical plane is actually the mid-clavicular. So the right and left vertical planes or mid-clavicular planes, so they pass from the midpoint of clavicle superiorly to the point between the anterior superior iliac spine here, anterior superior iliac spine, and the pubic symphysis. The midpoint here and the midpoint in the clavicle. When you join these 2 points, you have mid-clavicular line. So right and left clavicular line. So we have 9 quadrants. So this, okay. So accordingly, we have the names are made accordingly to based on the location. So right hypochondriac. This is called hypochondriac because hypo means below, chondriac means ribs. So this is present below the ribs on the right side, so it is called as right hypochondriac. Similarly, we also have left hypochondriac on the left side respectively, and epigastric region. You can see stomach being present here. So this is above the stomach, so it is called as epigastric region. So these are the upper 3 quadrants. Coming down, we have umbilical region. This is because of the umbilicus, and right and left lumbar quadrants, denoting the lumbar vertebrae, which is prominently present here. And then moving on to the 8th quadrant, this is hypogastric region because it is present below the stomach, and left and right iliac, denoting the iliac bone present here. So the clinical significance is right hypochondriac region. You can see liver, gallbladder, and right kidney or small intestine. So any problems or any pain which is lineated to this quadrant is related to these organs. Similarly, epigastric region, mainly stomach, or liver, because liver is a very big organ. It covers the right hypochondriac and epigastric region, so it comes in both these region. Left prominently spleen, and right lumbar, it includes right kidney majorly, left lumbar, left kidney, and umbilical region, small intestine, duodenum. Right iliac, importantly appendix. We saw about McBurney's point here, sorry. And left iliac denotes the sigmoid colon majorly. You can see sigmoid colon here, prominently descending on sigmoid colon. Hypogastric region, all the pelvic organs, which is urinary bladder, female reproductive organ, uterus, everything. So all the pain, so anything in this region is mainly due to these organs. So thank you. So don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.